Welcome back to the Labour Force. SAA Business Rescue Practitioners are due to hold talks with trade unions shortly to discuss further their restructuring plans for the cash-strapped national airline. It's the second such meeting in as many days as they race against time to finalise their work and submit a report to the government and creditors of the troubled national airline. The Business Rescue Practitioners, Les Machusin and Siviwe Dongwana, have until next week Friday to finalise their report. The report will detail steps that need to be taken in order to restructure SAA operations so that it can be profitable. The restructuring also includes trimming the airline's 11,000-strong workforce. To discuss the latest developments, we cross to our Pretoria studios, where Connie Mulder from Solidarity Union joins us. Good afternoon, Mr. Mulder. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, no problem. Nice to be here.
Now, you were the first to raise the issue of placing SAA under business rescue. You even went to court over the matter, but of course, the government decided to place SAA under voluntary business rescue. We've had business rescue for almost 2 months now at SAA. So far, are you happy or are you not happy? And what are you happy with and what are you not happy with?
Well, I think you quite succinctly highlighted the state of SOEs, and SAA is not the only one that is in deep, deep trouble. SAX as well today. We followed the process quite closely. Our main concern from the very start was that we need an independent external business rescue practitioner. We have seen what happens when government manages an airline. We've had several restructuring plans or several turnaround plans, and none of these have been implemented, which means we started that should SAA exist? And the answer, according to several aviation experts we contacted, was there is definitely a case. If you look at Qantas and Air New Zealand, SAA should not only exist, it should be profitable, given the geographical problems of being an end-of-hemisphere airline. And then we said, but then business rescue is the only option to ensure that this airline gets turned around and gets transformed into a profitable airline, which it should be. So we went to court rightly. The government's, well, cynically then sort of preempted our move with their voluntary business rescue, but now SAA is in business rescue. Thus far for the process, we're happy about certain things and unhappy about several others. Happy about, it looks like Mr. Madison is looking at the radical restructuring that is necessary regarding route cuts, as well as looking at the fleet and seriously reconsidering if SAA has a fit-for-purpose fleet. We're unhappy about, it seems, this looks like it's going to be trying to do a shortcut to retrenchments, which is not the goal of business rescue, and it won't save SAA. You can't retrench yourself out of a crisis. And then, of course, we're still trying to ensure that Mr. Madison stays independent and gets his analysis and data not from SAA management and people in management, because they're exceptionally good at not running an airline, but gets it from independent consultants and people who we trust to say, but this is the real state and these are the real decisions you should be making.
Well, at this stage, it seems that the question is not whether there's going to be retrenchments at SAA, but how big the number is going to be. Will the business rescue practitioners be able to reach an agreement with yourselves as Labour and other unions, of course, on the Labour restructuring of SAA by next week Friday?
That's going to be tough. The reason is we handed in a business rescue proposal in which retrenchments aren't necessary. SAA doesn't necessarily have a problem with having too much personnel. There is a problem with having far too few skills for the amount of personnel. Now that's why we called for a skills audit and said we should be looking at retraining people to ensure that they can be productive and actually do the job that they're assigned. Regarding the retrenchments, the thing that worries us is that the BRPs seem to be, they want to go outside the normal 189 process. Now, we won't support that. If you're going to go this route, we will have to follow the labour law and make sure that every employee gets his due. What we are, however, not unrealistic about is when we embarked on this process, the alternative was a straight-up liquidation. And liquidation would be all 11,000 workers losing their jobs, and it could have catastrophic implications for the South African fiscus. So we opted for the emergency landing rather than the fiery crash, which SAA was heading for. But unfortunately, it might be that there are some retrenchments. We don't think it's necessary. We are willing to engage, but we're going to do it within the sort of the framework of the labour law as it is.
Mr. Mulder, thank you very much for joining us. Unfortunately, we have to leave it there. That's all the time we have. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon again. Well, more news with Nompumelelo Siziba at the top of the hour. It's good afternoon from me, Mbongeni Mutwa. Bye-bye for now.